It feels like a new play with this like blueprint behind it that you could keep going and referencing. Richard came down a couple times, and
He was with us for most of tech and all that, right? For
Yeah.
like 10 days or something before we opened,
Yeah.
I think.
and there would be little changes. There was a version that like he wrote like that was much longer, that was much more closer to like the line by line literal translation, and he made a lot of cuts because it was just too long.
Yeah.
You know, so
And
it was
repetitive.
and repetitive, and jokes that we don't get anymore, like
Right.
about Eleanor Duza.
Yeah.
I get them.
I'm sorry. You're my Google source. I mean, who needs
I'm
Google
just
when you
old.
have Google? Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, he was very involved. So it did feel like working on a living, breathing play, I felt.
Yeah, and he would, there were times when a scene would have been trimmed maybe a little more aggressively than it needed to be, and they'd come up and throw a couple lines in, and all of a sudden you go, oh, that's enormously helpful. I was going this way, and those two lines kind of bring you back. But probably less of that than you would get with a brand new play.
Yeah. That's the good thing about the play, is that it's a solid, like you feel like you're on solid ground. There are some plays that you feel like tonight it works, tomorrow night it really might not work. We might just fall into some quicksand.
Right, well, it's the structure.
Yeah, the structure is so solid, and so you can dance on top of it.
You can trust the play.
Yeah,
you can absolutely trust the play. And throughout rehearsal, what we kept finding was when we were going off, it's because we weren't trusting the play. We were putting something else on or taking something else away. And it was, Gregory even said this, which, his experience is sort of vast compared to put the three of us together. But he said, I don't know if I've ever worked on a play where so much of what you mean is what you're saying. Wow. It's not a huge amount of subtext. It's not a ton of doublespeak. It's really not overwhelmingly ironic or sarcastic.
Yeah, we kept saying that, like, what if I just mean what I'm saying? What a profound idea.
You really can.
It is like Shakespeare, yeah.
I think what's so great is that, and this was my big lesson, is, Gregory really pushed us to just go simpler, go simpler, go simpler. Trust that what you're saying is what you mean, but you can go simpler. You can go simpler, and that was very important. And they have a lot of words. I come on, I say go to hell, and I walk off. So it's great.
And then you say it in German.
Yeah, and that's it. And then I do some whatever.
There's a lot of words.
But there's a lot of words.
There's a lot of talking.
But it was surprisingly easy to memorize because it's very logical. It's meticulous and detailed, and one thought follows the next. Like it's hard to learn when you can't follow the logic that's driving the play. That's what's difficult. Is
It's almost impossible to learn bad writing.
Yeah, it's so much harder.
Really
even
hard
if
to
it's
learn
not that
bad writing.
much, But it's like, oh, this follows this, follows this. Once you get that pattern, then it sticks to your brain,
I definitely did call my last leading man, though, from The Walking Dead. And I was like, Andy, I say more in 2.5 hours of this play than I did in 3 years on the show. Like, I am so intimidated. I was almost off book by the time we started rehearsal because I just thought it can't be me. Like, the one holding up this process can't be me. You don't think about it, right? You audition for something, and then you get it, and you go, all right, what have I gotten myself into? And I kept reading, and I went, oh, my Lord, I'm in that, and I'm in that. And I got, oh, look. You went through how many highlighters?
3.
You killed 3 highlighters going through the script.
Dried them.
They just gave up and left.